Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Manish Podcast. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're back with another episode. Sorry for those who was looking for an episode last week. Had some last minute things come up, so we weren't able to make it, but we are back this week.
Yes,
first and foremost, if you're tuning in, please hit the subscribe button to the Manish Podcast on YouTube. We gladly appreciate it. Also, if you're not following Disco, you can also subscribe to DISCO100 YouTube page. Like I say, you got a bunch of different podcasts that take place on the channel. So if y'all want to, go ahead and subscribe to his as well.
But we the best.
I ain't got time for this part.
DJ Cam.
But yeah, as usual, for those who are tuning in, if you don't know, I'm your boy Serge.
The king is back.
That nigga,
Voice of Atlanta, Slim Bo.
boy, no king. And we got a special guest in the building tonight to my left. This is a gentleman that we grew up with.
Yes, sir.
I go ahead and let him introduce himself.
My name is BL Davis, future president of America.
My vote.
Which America?
United States.
United States of who?
No.
Which America? This America. Which America?
Your house.
But yeah, man, that boy, he's like a brother to us, man. Like,
I'm about to say, yeah, I've been knowing BL about as long as I've been knowing Clark. So
but we got
up in the 20s.
20s.
Yeah, up in the 20s as far as
Yeah,
amount of
man.
years. So yeah, I feel good to have him on here. And without further ado, y'all know what we usually start the show off with. We usually jump into vent mode, which is pretty much you venting if you had some problems or issues throughout the week. Even if you had a funny story, whatever you want to vent about, this is your time to do it. But like I said, we usually go around the room, ask everybody what their vent mode was and see what their issue was throughout the week. If you're going to be calling and you're going to be using profanity, we'd appreciate it if you don't start
You got
to
8 minutes.
Yeah, right. To the 8:10 mark. After that, speak your piece, speak your mind.
We can't afford that fine.
Yeah, and I ain't paying it. I'll call you directly and be like, where my money? Where my money? But yeah, so if you're going to be using profanity, call after the 8:10 mark. And you can get your vent off. But yeah, so anybody in the room that want to go first, that can stay their vent without cussing.
I can't, I ain't been here. I missed a few episodes.
This nigga ain't been on none of the episodes.
But he says.
Nigga ain't a cuss word. That nigga been on 2 episodes.
So I ain't been on in 3 weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. When I had time for my wedding anniversary. But
You missed a whole bunch too.
Shade
I'm
thrown.
not part of manage though.
you every week. Why ain't you?
Don't worry about
Because
it.
he every
She
week.
ain't all hooked either. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah.
You
What I'm
said
saying is you only missed one in 3 weeks because what?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
you got a shirt on. Don't you got a shirt
Because
on?
I'm gonna rip
Don't you got a shirt on?
You got a little beard too, so you little man. Shh.
I can't have it yet. I'll wait.
Don't try me, nigga. I ain't kissing no man. Try me, I ain't kissing no
Get
man.
at the 10-minute mark.
I already know what you finna get at me with. But nah, man, my vent mode is these folks not wanting to work, man. People be out here being lazy, man. They too depend on this government money, this free money, this stimulus checks and
PPP
unemployment and these PPP loans and all that junk, man. Like, if y'all don't know, I work in like HR field, so I get people jobs. I've been sending people out to work. I'm coming. I'm gonna show up. Don't show up, bro. Y'all like, I'm mad about all this stimulus stuff, man. They talking about doing a 4th round. So
You
stop.
could be mad, but I'm waiting on that next I still work, but I'm waiting on that other check.
Okay? Speak for yourself.
Huh?
They put the third one already.
Yeah, third one came out.
It came out already.
Yeah, they had the 400 one and then
They had the 1200, the 400,
Okay.
then the
No.
14.
No, they had 2 6s and a 14.
That was a 12. It was a 12, a 6, and a 14.
if you got sick, somebody else took
Oh,
it.
yeah. First one was 12.
It
Yeah,
was 12, 6, it was 12,
12,
6,
6,
14.
14.
They talking about doing another one.
Yeah, 12.
No, I ain't never got. I got 2.
Wait, 6?
I got 17.
1200.
And I got
600
14.
was the second one, which was like
Well, I
around
got
Christmas
17
time.
because I got a kid.
And then
I thought it was more
1400.
than 1,200. I mean, 600.
I got a kid, so I got 17 the first
And
time.
yeah, June,
and I got 14. That's all I got.
So I heard too, if you got
Wait.
unemployment,
I don't
You
have
got it
2.
for your kid?
Of course.
I
You
thought-
did?
No, I know, but I'm the one that I was asking, like, you playing your child?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, dang. I mean, because I'm trying to see if his father
Fathers
is too.
do raise their kids.
No, I know you claim.
Indeed.
I want to know if you claim like the taxes.
I mean, all
You
my
can.
kids' life.
If you can provide I would be for calling her around text time. Hey, baby, I know I ain't been around, but I promise I'm
That's mine because if he got money off my
What?
child, I'm gonna be like, you need to send it right on over here.
I got green on.
Yeah, it got green in it. Yeah, that's why he looked great.
Turn great.
Yeah,
Oh, you do look great.
Oh yeah, the camera, you do look great. I just recognized that.
but yeah,
It's
man.
because I got green on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, because
you match the backdrop.
yeah, you mentioned the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, slime.
Eh,
What you say, slime?
eh.
They got the older people like, what does that mean? What does that
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
What does that mean?
What's your
What should be? Yeah, thank you, Disco.
Mine? Oh, I ain't got no. Shit. Oh, yeah, sure I do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When you. Okay.
Somebody else.
Because he leaned up like he was about to cut. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't see that's where it coming out.
But when you said
Now you gotta think about what you gonna say. Oh, wait, okay.
That's why I went with that vent more instead of a different one.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I can say it without cussing.
Hold on.
You know, it's not even bad. It's not bad. It's just me. I want to feel like, you know, girls can say whatever they want to say about guys on the internet, but as soon as you say something about a woman on the internet, they think that you hurt, or somebody you did. He in his feelings, or he
Don't put his feelings.
he a sad, all kind of names. Like, I
To the guts.
right, yeah. You see, I was finna is the key word in that sentence. You know what I'm saying? But listen, not every man, if they got something to get off their chest, is hurt. Like,
I don't want to hear that.
you hurt, it's hurt. Yeah.
Oh, why you on Facebook? On Twitter.
Who hurt him?
Ain't trying to call her name out.
Right.
Right.
Like, no, because, you know, women, they do it all the time. Man, they just can't, like, first of all, there are a lot of women that do the same thing that you complaining about. You know what I'm saying? But if I say it,
You were sensitive
I'm
son.
a sensitive, and somebody that hurt me. I'm like, no, I ain't hurt. Jesus woke me up with joy in my heart. I got something to say.
You a lie. You heard.
That's my big. Nah, that's it.
All right, BL, you got your event mode?
Nah. I mean, I hope everybody out there working. Stop waiting on the government to feed you.
Well, I'm trying to tell you.
That's it for me. I don't want nobody walking up to me talking about some man. I ain't got no job. I'm like, dude, Chick-fil-A hiring.
Hey, if y'all ain't got no job, hit me up.
Not only is Chick-fil-A hiring, but
UPS.
it's their pleasure to hire you.
Right.
It's their pleasure.
Amazon hiring.
Amazon is hiring.
They not hiring.
Yeah, I mean, I stay buying package from.
I just was
Trying to tell you.
I'm trying to help you out.
I'll support you. I'll support that over your mixtape.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Hey, bro, I got this mixtape I've been working on for the last 30
You
years.
know-
Oh, you've been working on
You know, I got a couple of orders right now that need to be picked up.
Help me.
Everybody got a job anyway.
If you,
Oh, yeah.
if you pick up my package,
I saw the robot.
Robot.
I saw the robot.
They already delivered in my area.
Robot come to me.
Yeah, I saw the robots making deliveries.
That's
Y'all
gonna
better
be
jump on these
the
Amazon jobs now.
You're right.
Yeah, they was in cars.
They delivered in my area.
Yeah, they was in cars.
what
Yeah.
is it? What is
One-
it?
Robotic.
It's like a robotic. It's like a robotic
Start sending
vehicle.
picture. He sent a picture to it.
Yeah, it's almost like a robotic vehicle dropping packages.
Oh, it's dope.
I don't
Like,
like
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
in the car.
No.
It ain't no car.
It ain't no car.
It ain't hard.
It's going down the
It's going on
sidewalk.
the sidewalk. It's like a little small mini,
Like a
Little
tank.
robot.
Like a little
Yeah.
mini tank.
like a little robot. Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody then knocked it over or nothing.
Well, that's
probably-
a good question.
I mean-
I wonder
I
can
mean,
somebody
I'm
steal
not-
package.
I mean, eventually, I'm meant to be. I think
I'm not promoting people rob this. I'm just saying.
So if I pick up this robot and run off, then what?
That's what
That
I'm trying
mug
to
got
figure out.
that mug got a turn gun finna pop out the top. Light you up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm scared.
Well, you can have hella hoes and you say 10. I can say what I want to say.
Well, you was waiting on 5, 4, 3.
Oh yeah.
I just have to look down at my phone when it's 18.
That nigga was counting down. He was like, I'm gonna scroll through pictures until turn 18 so I can cuss.
No, I've been trying to open it. YouTube. Like 5 minutes when I open.
Go ahead and scroll through until I can cuss. Well,
You ain't got no vent?
not really, but I've got something more so to say than event mode.
Hold on, we got another bit more. Them damn cheeseless cheese sticks.
Oh yeah, bro.
Look at you just gave us the outing, the casing to the cheese.
Right.
Hooters, do better. I'ma call you out. I'ma call you out.
Hey man, don't do that.
Nah, we
You can't afford that fine either.
ain't gonna find out.
You gotta warn.
Public complaint.
Yeah, you gotta warn folks. I'm about to say, yeah, it's just like
I got
giving a Yelp review.
Nah,
Exactly.
yeah, this is a review. I got some cheese sticks with no cheese.
He got just stick.
You know,
He got fried steak.
what I'm saying?
Cheese sticks, they wasn't even good. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about your wings.
Yeah.
And they shorted me some wings.
7.
Gave him
Right.
7
I ordered 10 piece, they gave me 7. I'm like,
And then
Went
one
back to the kitchen to get 3.
Hey, drop 3 back in the grease. Drop 3 wings in the grease. And
Hey.
brought it back.
they made up for their mistake. That's all that matters.
They never brought the cheese.
Nah, they never
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, they ain't bring the
They
cheese.
made them switch their order. They was like, we don't even want no cheese.
I don't even want no cheese sticks no
Let me
more.
get some scripts.
And when we told the lady that we ain't had no cheese, or
She
cheese
said they do this shit all the time.
she said, like,
She said they do this all the time. Got here fried cheese and cheese sticks. I was like, this is a record.
You
That's
can order
crazy.
cheese sticks from somewhere else.
You need to remove cheeses off the menu.
right.
Because clearly y'all don't know how to get it right. But yeah, I don't really have like a vent mode. More so about. Boy, I ain't got no weave. This hair. Yeah, let's talk about it.
You should do like you got a weed.
Nah, I ain't got no weave.
I want to know on YouTube. I know.
Oh, you talking about who the comment was? Nigga, yeah. Nigga don't show up, but he got comments to make.
Oh, you don't
Trent.
FaceTime call. You FaceTime.
Who?
You did before we came in.
FaceTime the manager?
Me and you.
Oh, I didn't get no call. Yeah, I didn't get no call.
He ain't want to pick up.
What was you finna say?
Oh yeah, but yeah, the sensitivity of people. I said something on Facebook.
I keep looking at you.
Look at his face.
What you keep looking at me for?
Look at the weed coming.
Oh, he can
Turn
look.
to the center.
He can look all he wants.
Pushing the button.
Yeah, he can look all he wants. It's indivisible, nigga.
Nah, his mama did it.
Yeah, my mama did it. Yeah, but yeah, so I said something on Facebook, and it caused my cousin to block me. And she thought I was hurt about it. Like she really was like,
Want me to say it for you?
I'm about to block you, huh?
Want me to say it for you?
What?
Bitch, we don't care.
We don't. She thought I was gonna lose sleep over. She was like, "You getting ready to get blocked?" And I was like,
Bye, Felicia.
"And like,
That's exactly why.
me.
People always want to block you. When
Bye,
Hey,
Felicia.
I lost sleep over that junk too because my phone was buzzing all night about y'all talking about it.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Y'all lost
So,
sleep
I-
because somebody blocked you?
No, they were talking about it.
Yeah, Dr. Umar Johnson was on the Breakfast Club, and and like I said, I didn't listen to the entire interview,
Damn,
but
cool.
he had like a little snippet of where he was talking about
I see.
Biden, you know, with what he with the executive orders he signed within his first 100 days. So I'd agree with it. So I reposted the clip and I told him I was in agreement. And pretty much she said, like, give him some more time, and black folks always were looking for a handout and blah blah blah.
What is she?
She black.
Well,
I was looking for a handout.
He shouldn't have promised us all that stuff. Well, you got
Then she was like,
Begged for our vote.
she was like,
Y'all
black-
got the
They should
2000.
start moving.
right. She was like, black folks always looking for a handout, and you know, black folks always trying to get on welfare and food stamps. So I started like calling out. I started,
They
yeah.
need to be worried about.
Do you
black
know
on
the
black crime.
statistics though?
This is how.
Black people are on welfare and food
More.
stamps are more than black people.
So this is why she wound up. This is why she wound up blocking me. So I was like, well, if you're gonna speak correctly, I'm like, the statistics say that white folks, even though we're, you know, people of minorities have taken the lead over the amount of white people in this country, that they're on welfare more than us, they're on food stamps more than us. And then she brought up black on black crimes, and I was like, that irritates me because I'm just like, everybody kills in the community.
What about white on white crime?
Exactly.
This is what I said. I was like, there's white on white crime, there's Asian on Asian crime, there's Spanish on Spanish
As
crime.
much as you want to say black on black crime, name 5 black serial killers. You can't really.
I mean, you probably
But you
can't.
can name over a
The one that was in
dozen
his trunk.
white serial killers in the past 5
DC
years.
Sniper.
It was, yeah, DC Sniper.
Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, too.
You can name 5.
Not by
What was
heart.
your problem?
Look up.
You can,
I'm like,
name, you can,
nigga-
you can probably name over 10 white ones. off
Nigga
the
taking
top.
illegal drugs on the camera.
What they say? Who
I
name
don't know.
Who name on that bottle?
Smell it.
Who name on that bottle?
I'm
This is the name about nigga don't make it. Don't make it.
Cleopas.
Yeah, sir, you might want to take one of these too before you call.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh,
But yeah, so I after I said all this, she was like, "Boy, you pissing me off." I was like, she was like, "Boy, you pissing me off." And then she said something else. I was like, "Well, truth hurts." I was like, "If you don't want to hear the truth, then I don't know what else to tell you." And she was like, "Truth don't hurt. I'm smoking a blunt on your ass." And I was like, "But you just said," I'm like, "Make up your mind. You just said you was getting pissed off. Now you ain't mad. You smoking a blunt." And then so I said that, and she put the L up. She was put laughing out loud, and she was like, "You about to get deleted." So I threw the emoji with like, "Delete me. I don't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is." So she blocked me, and all her comments got deleted. But either way, I didn't. Like I said, I don't give a damn. I said, number one, she ain't a close cousin anyway. That's number one. Number two, I'm about to say, number two, if you can't have an adult conversation without getting in your feelings behind it, then it's best you block me before I block your ass. So it wound up not being a big deal, but I just found it funny that she blocked me because she couldn't hear the truth. She wasn't complaining talking about some black folks looking for a hand. I guarantee she wasn't complaining when the stimulus check was coming to her ass, looking for a handout.
I know that. Everybody always want to say black people look for a handout, but I don't see nobody returning them checks.
Right. And then she was like, black folks need to be worried about themselves. Like, when have black folks not been worried about themselves? When has anybody...
You're worried about yourself that makes you want this
I'm about
change.
to say,
Like, I don't understand.
When have we not done
Black
for
people need to
ourselves?
worry about each
Talking
other.
about black people to worry about themselves. Why you comment on the page if you need to worry about shit?
And then she bring up like one of her family members got killed by.
Yeah, she said that one of her family members got killed by a black person, but he was doing
I mean, what he doing breaking the internet?
yeah, he was doing B&Es, or he was in gang activity or something. He was in some of that nature. It was just like
So
so.
like that nigga breaking my house.
He lived by the street.
Right.
He died by it.
Exactly.
He gonna break my house. I'm letting it happen.
That changed.
I'm just like,
that killed him.
Doesn't mean I didn't have compassion for him dying, because I said I don't feel like anybody should die in that manner. But
Well, I mean,
you can't really be.
like you know what you're getting into when you know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, still family. I'm still have compassion because somebody just lost their life. But I'm not gonna take it to the extreme to be like, well, he didn't deserve to die. Like, I mean,
That's like
I ain't
Be
seen
like the
him
ones on
die.
TV.
I ain't even saying like
But
he did.
he lived a life that could lead to
Right.
that type of
that's like the
Yeah,
whole
the
he
life
chose
he
his
lived.
life. He
Right.
chose his livelihood.
free,
Correct.
right? Be like free my boy.
It's like
Did
you
he do
can't.
it?
Yeah.
So why am I
I
saying
think-
free me?
The ones that be on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, my baby, he was just such a honest working guy. He went to church every Sunday.
Damn, he
I'm
shot
like, yeah, but he
15
killed 12
Plus,
people.
is that
Well, that was just that one incident. I was like, yeah, all right.
You want to church to forgiveness for the twin niggas he just shot up?
Yeah,
Well,
bad
we-
day.
But every time somebody say that about like the same lifestyle, but it's usually towards like, well, he chose this lifestyle, and I was like, well, police choose a dangerous lifestyle as well. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel the same way? You know what I'm saying? No, you don't feel the same way when it's a cop. So you can't. I mean, I feel the same way when it's a cop because they chose that lifestyle. I don't be like, oh, he chose a dangerous job. Like he chose that lifestyle. I mean, he ain't out here just in the hospital saving lives and then somebody just. That's not a dangerous job. Being a firefighter, you running in burning houses. That's
I
a
ain't never
dangerous job.
understood that.
If you die,
that choice.
he chose to do good. Like you can't blame the fire. He chose to go. He chose to
Go ahead,
go.
let's go.
You done?
Oh yeah, I'm done. Yeah,
My boy got a super big mode.
Boy, I got to scream this.
I'm about there.
Hey, I ain't see this though. He like, you done?
Tell me why I lose you at.
I about to say, I knew he was serious. He nigga texted me before and said he had a been.
Because I ain't sitting on nobody's platform with this one. So I've been going through
Because we the best.
All right.
So they so-called got me with a neurologist that has me on a short-term disability process.
All right.
So she diagnosed me February 28th for this, what I have, right?
All right.
But she gave a target date for the 19th of April. Now she waited till April the 12th to give me medication to diagnose the issue. But she has me getting off April 19th for short-term disability. But it takes 6 weeks for them to do another MRI. But I got the medication on April 12th. But you take it off April 19th. That part. So short term stopped paying me last week. But we can have it go. So I go to the doctor on Monday and she tells me, oh, we taking baby steps. So I'm like, bitch, we taking baby steps. Why the fuck am I off short term disability and I ain't going back to work? So now I ain't got no money coming in. You ain't let me go back to work, but you stopped my short term on April 19th. So then she tell me, huh?
I'm confused.
Okay, she had a target date for April 19th for me to be off this.
Right.
Just figure. The medication I got was supposed to be back in February.
Uh-huh.
But they were debating on what they can give me and be careful giving me.
Right.
So they took a long time to come with a solution.
You didn't get into the
I didn't get it until the 12th of April.
and she knows
But you know that you dated my short term to end on the 19th. But the medication you give me, I go do another MRI 6 weeks from April 12th. And then make a determination what's going on.
so she can extend
So
it.
pretty much you're not gonna get no MRI to the end of May.
But exactly, so I had to go to the doctor Monday and I went the fuck off.
I would have
So she said we're taking baby steps. I'm like, bitch, if we
that ain't
taking
gonna
baby
pay my
steps,
bills.
if we taking baby steps, why the hell you put April 19th in?
Right.
That ain't making no sense to me. That was the first thing. So then she said, I'm gonna write a letter to the short term so they can just kind of speed it up.
Right.
Okay.
So she said, who do I fax? It's 10:30 in the morning. She said, no, I'm sorry, but before that, before I get that part, she says, well, every time you come in here, me and you go at it. So I think you need to see a mental doctor.
Sure.
It's what?
I said, so because I didn't email you this, if I emailed you what I'm going through, I'm fine. But once you see me face to face, and I said, now I got to see a fucking mental doctor. But this is another thing she told me, this what really snapped. She said, well, if you still get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's your fault if you're going back to sleep at 7 and waking up at 11 and can't sleep at night.
Why?
I'm like, nah, bitch, I'm waking up 2 o'clock because of the headaches.
I'm about
Who
to
the
say.
fuck gonna stay up from 2 o'clock all day long so I can sleep at night like I'm a fucking baby?
Right.
So she said, well, this we need to do, we're gonna give you 4, you take 4 pills nowadays. I said, I ain't taking 4 of the shit. I said, we started out with 2, then you said 3, now you want a nigga take 4. I'm not taking 4 of shit.
Right.
That's how it all started. So she's like, well, you need to see a mental. I said, no, you need to see a goddamn mental. I don't need to see no goddamn.
I couldn't pay to be in that room.
So then when I left, check this out. I had to laugh at this one. So when I left, she said, okay, Govell.
Who?
My last name Govell.
Okay,
She
thank
said, Govell. She said, at 10:40, she said, I'm going to fax this letter to short term by 12 o'clock. It's 10:45 now. So funny, I'm in Hooters. At 3:45, I get a phone call from her.
Hope
So
you ain't
my-
order mounts
I don't say
roasted.
you can get
So my mind, I'm thinking, she better say something I want to hear.
Did she do it later?
She said, who I send this to again?
Girl,
Bitch, what?
All of them.
they gone.
And she
So
what?
5 hours later, she called you and told you that she forgot who to send it to.
So now I'm waiting on this whole thing to go all over again to getting paid again.
Are they gonna backtrack the
They're
pay?
gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna backtrack.
Okay. But you
But
still
now-
gotta wait for
But now
it.
she put another recommendation. She is determined for me to go see a fucking psychiatrist.
I ain't seen no psychiatrist, girl.
And I said, Mama, she put on my record.
And is there anybody that you can call for?
Well,
for
I'm dealing with somebody different now.
Yeah, that's what I
My
was about to
primary
ask.
told me to
Go
do
somewhere
another
else.
one. But that was my vent mode, bro. Like, my point is that we can vent all day long or say what we want to say on paper, and we do everything the right way. As soon as they see you make eye contact and you talk to them, now you label it as a certain individual.
Mm-hmm.
But back to what I'm saying about what you said about the dude that said the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Touch it
Yeah.
real quick. This is how I feel about hate crime. I think hate crime should be an all-together law, period.
Agreed.
That black kill black, and you did it but this on purpose for whatever reason,
Hate crime.
that hate crime. I don't think it has to do with color.
Right, right.
And that's why I'm at with buying that, and I'm all about race. Y'all know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I love Asian, I love everybody. I'm pissed off because we done had plenty of blacks on white, white on black, all these crimes and forever. And the Asian stuff happened within 3-4 months.
Mhm.
That's a big.
That's what
That was my biggest.
That's
My
my
thing is, a hate crime should be a whole separate crime.
Right.
Period. If I don't like your braids and I shoot you and kill you, that's a hate
I
crime.
like your braids, baby. I like
You feel me? So I think the hate crime just taken out of content. It shouldn't be a color. It should be just a law in general.
hate crime.
It should be towards for every race.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you got think about how many of us, real quick, and then just take off the show. How many black folks you think kill each other because we despise them? We don't kill them. We don't kill each other because we like you. It's something petty we killed you for.
That's
It's
true.
always
That's
something
us.
petty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Either they petty, they scared.
So that's it for me, bro. Get
Scared
out.
more.
See, but me, I agree to a certain extent. See, but I don't think black people kill because they're black.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's what they got.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, it's
That
not.
they had Asians were getting like beat up and killed because they were Asian. You know what I'm saying? Because they had it was called the COVID-19 attack on Asians, whatever like that. Whatever. So he signed the COVID-19 bill protecting Asians.
Yeah, correct.
We've been getting tortured, hung, lynched, burned,
Can we
crosses
get-
and stuff
can we
for
get it
over 400 years, and we ain't got nothing. The gay community they got it right away.
Man, don't talk
Right
about that.
away.
They got that shit something to do for empire.
It's man, you know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga beat himself up.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And he might be
This nigga paid niggas to jump him.
and it,
Nigerians and all.
Nigga scam.
I'll pay y'all to come.
Subway.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
like for real, but
Let me find a 24-hour Subway.
that's how you can tell though. Like
You want the foot long guy.
I have a Manish crime. I got to jump out of Manish folks.
You know what? It's my time to go. I ain't built for jail.
I can't tell I want to say consistent, but I definitely never did.
I ain't built for jail. I can't sit still.
Like,
I can't sit still. I be in
I'm
the jail by
crazy,
myself.
Rocking,
They
crazy, boy.
like, what's wrong with him? He ain't talked 6 months. He been in here just rocking.
Rocking. I can't sit still.
I love the spill. I can't be in jail.
exactly, man.
What
You
you
know what I'm
talking
saying?
I know what they talking about.
Yeah.
oh, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they talking about.
I love the smell. Like, wait.
You
If
know.
that lollipop flavor, I be straight.
Put that on my books.
Make sure I don't never run in.
Hey, speaking of
That nigga in jail getting shanked for the lollipop.
hey, you see Brian in jail make little sex doll.
I already licked it.
Yeah.
Bro made sex doll out like little stuff in jail, bro.
Who?
There's a dude on it's floating around Facebook, bro. In prison, they made big behind sex dolls out of like ripped up towels
I
and
know this
blankets and junk.
commission is on full.
Commissary.
His commissary is never.
If I ever get locked up, let me holler at him first.
I'm like, I got 20 honey buns.
and a pack of cigarettes.
Can you make me a BBW?
This nigga with the BBW. I tell you.
Jelly
Hey,
roll.
we ain't got enough towels for that, Clark.
Jelly roll.
We've been out of towel for 6 weeks because this nigga want to make a goddamn fat towel woman.
I'm telling y'all, Jelly roll finna hit.
Man, Jelly Roll ain't hitting no nuts. This nigga with this Jelly Roll. But now we're going to go ahead and get into our main topics, man. The reason I'm doing these topics is, and the reason why I want to discuss these two topics that we're about to discuss is because, I mean, he didn't give his job title.
I know he is.
But yeah.
I know he is.
Do I look like it?
maybe how I preface it. Oh, well,
Damn.
He look like it. Yeah, he do.
I thought, hell, I ain't thinking what y'all want.
He just seen my stomach and was like,
Wow.
oh, you like donuts.
I ain't never met this man. When he walked behind y'all, I thought I ain't know it's with y'all.
I'm a parole officer.
Yeah, boy,
he-
did
so-
the same thing.
So yeah, he's a cop in a county way out in
East Bumblefuck, Georgia.
yeah.
Americans County, Americans.
Damn near.
What about America?
Close enough. Close enough.
Close enough. Nah, it ain't. Nah, are you close to Pickens is north, right?
Nah,
They ain't
that's
Tipp County.
nah.
Yeah,
He go.
I ain't gonna give his
We don't
county.
give a county out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna give his county out.
Yeah, because these are my views, and I ain't trying to get fired.
Right, that's why I said. That's why I wasn't gonna say what county
Hey,
he was in.
just know the county he in is ain't number. There's a lot of us down there.
It's a couple of
Nah,
us.
everybody good. Yeah.
They're the ones they watching.
Probably watching the podcast.
Right now.
Oh, he said he gonna
Oh, where he at? Where he at? Where he at?
Turn your location off of your phone.
But I brought him on because I said I just wanted to get a cop's view
That's what's up.
on some of the topics that I want to discuss. So, and like I said, we've been close friends for a very long time. So I know his viewpoint may not be what some people's viewpoint is, but I just wanted a cop's point of view so he can give it from his side, being that he's in law enforcement.
Let me ask you this: can you give us your opinion?
I give my opinion.
Give us your opinion, but then give us what
12's opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want civilian and
I want to submit. I want.
You want me to separate myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give your opinion outside of uniform.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that.
So the first
Nah,
I'm not gonna agree with
But everybody looking at the computer screen. I'm ready to type.
Oh yeah, I'm finna get on it. Oh yeah, shit! Drop the number. Angel back now. Drop the number.
So the first topic I wanted to bring up, like I said, I think everybody by now is familiar with the Dante Wright situation, which was the young man that was killed by
Thank you for
the white officer who reached for her gun, claimed that she reached for a taser, but grabbed her gun and shot him.
How many times did she?
She shot him shot once,
Okay.
but she claimed that she couldn't tell that it wasn't her taser. Now the taser that she had was yellow and black, but some cops do have fully black tasers. So, like I said, because I was reading comments under people's posts, and I saw a couple cops comment. It was like, "Well, my taser all black."
Yes.
So on me, I possibly could have grabbed it by mistake. And then, like I said, I saw people, combating what she was saying, well, they don't weigh the same. They don't. A gun is way heavier than a taser.
They're not even the same position.
Right. So that's the first topic I wanted to discuss with the Dante Wright situation. And like I said, you being law enforcement, I don't know the setup of y'all belts and where they position stuff on y'all belt, but I'm pretty sure. And like I said, this woman has been a cop
He a
for.
big boy like us. That nigga belt big.
Yeah.
I had to actually lift up my stomach to get the
Let me move my stomach out the way to get together. But no,
That's like when you handcuff stuff, I'm like, hold on, got the lift up control.
I'm sorry, on the positive note just popped up on my phone. The Ahmaud Arbery shooting
Yeah.
case. They all got charged with hate crimes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
that's good news.
Hey, so
Kidnapping and death.
That's good news. That's good news.
That's real good.
Now let's see what they
Very-
do with the.
Very, very positive news. It's sad, number one, that we gotta be excited.
with George
Yeah,
Floyd.
For that.
right. I say it's sad that we gotta be excited about people going down for doing illegal
Well,
crimes.
supposed to go down
Yeah,
for.
It was filming, got charged too.
Yeah,
That's my
Yes,
biggest. That's my
me
biggest
too.
thing. I'm
Yeah.
so happy he got charged.
Oh,
But
he
that's
did.
I think that's
Oh, for
where law is going to start changing, and especially we sit there and we record everything nowadays,
Somebody take it up.
but we record everything nowadays without trying to help somebody. You see this lady getting beat instead of trying to go over there and see. I'm mind my business, but yeah, I'll put this on YouTube or whatever.
Here's
I
the thing
hate
with
that.
that though.
think recording
I am on the fence with that, and because I understand both sides. You feel me? I am.
because like
No,
the George Floyd
50 on it
situation,
because
It wasn't for
if
the.
it wasn't for the film.
I just went to my cousin's funeral because he got into the middle of a fight between two dudes and he tried to stop it. Well, a dude and a girl. A dude was arguing with this female at this gas station and stuff like that. And my cousin has tried to break it up and, hey, bro, cool, just leave her alone, just move. Shot him 6 times. And now I just left a funeral because of that. Because he tried to help a girl and this dude was he just killed her. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm on the fence about that one. So, you know what I'm saying? So, me, yeah, record him.
I want to
Let
say
the cops go get him.
And-
That's his job.
in some situations, I feel like the recording
Now,
are
with
of
the
a benefit.
and then with the George Floyd situation,
That's what I
the
just
George
said.
Floyd situation,
Yeah.
I'm so okay. Now, I feel 2 different ways about the same situation. If I help, I'm finna get capped by the other cops. That's right.
Yeah,
there.
now that,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, now that,
And I gotta
That's a
go
different
home. So
situation.
if I kill the first cop, I gotta continue to kill the other 3 with him.
Now, if you witnessing a civilian fight and 2 regular people are fighting and you jump in to break that up, I can understand you jumping in to break it up before putting out your camera phone to record it. If you jump in the middle of a cop situation, most likely you getting
Not-
charged just like the other person is. So
If you-
in those situations,
You getting
it may-
killed.
No, or killed. I'm saying, but in those situations, you may be safer to just sit back and record.
But
But like I said,
And
but like I
that's
said,
what I'm saying. I'm on the fence with
I'm
with
recording everything
both.
because that's proof at that point.
like I say, because like in that situation where
Sometimes you just you really gotta you
So you
really
mean tell me you gonna be in the
sometimes you gotta really go with your gut.
But let me tell you,
It's like a gut call.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. real quick.
Tell your girl start recording or something if you got a girl.
There's different three
And then you might go ahead.
scenarios for me. God forbid, I'm not saying y'all to.
Yeah.
But I know you personally.
right,
That's your brother.
Right.
If you jump on Angel right now, I'm gonna get involved because I know y'all personally.
right,
I know you ain't packing right now. I know you ain't doing me. That's different.
right.
Now, the younger folks, I'm kind of scared because a lot of times, from my experience, when you
They
step
are
in and do something to the dude, she right back with him the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
She
you.
tell him everything.
Facts.
She tell
Facts.
him everything about you. Now you gotta watch him.
Now you,
His homeboys.
now about to, now you done became a target. Yeah, now
One thing I would risk my life for to this day, if I see anybody touching an elderly, I won't give a damn who it was. I'm gonna step in. If I got to go, I got to go. I refuse to watch somebody put their hands on an old woman. Period.
I agree.
I'm with you on
If
that.
it's my day to go, I love y'all. I'm gone. I'm
I'm
not for us about to touch no grandma.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like that. I don't care if it's a grandma. I'm like that with a woman too. Like I
I
don't.
respect the child.
I don't.
Oh,
See, now that's
Y'all
just
hands down. I don't care.
hands down. I'm ready to go.
The dude at that carnival.
I'm ready to go.
oh yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Oh yeah. One dude like a bunch of women. What dudes was that?
Oh
Oh, no, one dude came in.
One dude.
Yeah, one dude.
was
Yeah,
Like 8 women.
yeah. One
Hold on.
dude,
What
yeah.
happened?
It was suspected that well, that's what she said. I don't know what happened because it didn't show the film before. But pretty much the
you
dude,
could tell he
the
was
woman,
getting
the woman came and said, "But no," I said, "Yeah, he wasn't even going at her like that in the beginning. He was just she was just kept saying, "You touch my child, you touch my child, you touch my child."
No, in the beginning.
And the thing
he
he
got into it with
wasn't
somebody else.
he wasn't let them off the ride.
That's why I said that's not the clip I saw.
So
Yeah.
the clip that I saw, he got into it with another worker. So he already was on edge. The moment after he got into it with the worker, he finally let the girl and her child out, and then she started fussing at him because of something that he did to her child. That's when he pushed her. So he had already pushed the other worker. So he was already on edge.
Oh, okay. See,
So
I
then,
didn't see that part.
Still being on edge, he pushed her and her child, and then that's when everybody jumped in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't see
Yeah, they
that.
supposed to.
When I about to say yeah, the clip I saw, it started from them just yelling. She said, "You pushed my." I didn't see the pushing or none of that. So that's why I said that I saw a different clip.
And another
From a
thing,
different
like
point.
I was just talking to, cause I got a young homie that's in the room. Y'all see him right here, but he not on camera. But I was just talking.
me in the womb.
I was just talking to him, like, cause you know what I'm saying. Man, you gotta watch out for these younger generation more than these older cats, bro. These young dudes is ready. These young dudes ready to go. You know what I'm saying? They ready to go. They on go. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got 15-year-olds in your face right now yelling mob. Like, you know, they yelling mob, and they with the game. They all ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And they ready to shoot way before your big homie. Way before somebody older.
And it used to be back in the days, it was certain areas that you could tell by the livelihood, how they live, what to watch out for.
These
you got
is-
these little retarded ass kids now.
These is and
in
some.
the house. They
Yeah.
got mama and daddy.
Yeah.
Those little retarded ass can't get free lunch and they got good jobs, and you in a fucking game.
That's because they're intrigued by the lifestyle.
Dang.
Yeah, they're intrigued by the
Those people
lifestyle.
offer free lunch and you in a fucking game.
Yeah.
That's how good you
That
got.
was some real shit right
That's
there.
for real,
You
though.
ain't even get a
Nah,
free
that's for
lunch.
real.
You know what I'm saying? You got nerve to be in the game.
Nah, that's for real though.
Yeah.
Driving a Mercedes Benz.
It's glorified. Nah, it's for real. It's
And you
glorified.
turn to the street for.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
glorified.
Yeah, it's definitely
I'm
glorified.
gonna ask you some serious questions, dog. For real.
I got you.
But so yeah,
I'm be as honest as I could be.
I
So-
got one on got the women.
So yeah, so what I was saying was, like I said, I don't know how your belt is positioned or the lineup of how you have stuff placed on your belt to even be in a position to wrongly grab. Like I said, from what I read, she's been a cop for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm pretty
She was a
sure.
training officer.
Right, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she trained other officers.
Yeah, she was training somebody.
So,
at the
and-
time.
and-
I was saying that you were training
You
somebody new.
know what the difference.
In my head, I'm thinking like you need to.
Well, actually, I kind of want to just hear BL go
Well,
first.
hold on. I'm getting to that. And in my head, like I said, I don't see how somebody who's been a cop for that long
And
could
training
wrongly
other cops.
and training other cops could wrongly grab the wrong. Like I said, you put this belt on every day, whatever. However many days a week you work 5 out of 7 or 7 out of 7. You put the belt on every day, so you know the lineup of position of everything that's on your belt.
Right.
So me personally, I don't feel how you can grab the wrong weapon and then be like, oh well, I thought it was my gun. Me personally.
I'll tell you.
Now you, on the other hand, like I said, so now I'm asking you. You get up whenever you go to work. I'm pretty sure, like I said, the lineup. Yeah, as the cop.
So as far as the cop side of me, I put my gun on the same side. I put my taser on the same side every day. I mean, my build pretty much stays the same. So can it be an accident? When it happened, I was like, oh, damn, there go another one. But, I didn't mean it like that, but that's my thought process because,
Because that's how you feel.
even in the video, she was like, oh, I shot him.
Right.
And I was just like,
I feel like she yelled taser and tried.
Yeah.
Taser.
She said,
Yeah, I think she thought she did it like, oh.
But-
she did it. She knew she was doing. She was trying to sell it by saying it.
Exactly.
But
Why she
see,
yelled
see,
taser? You don't want to taser.
with that situation, what I try not to do is just try not to, be on the sideline looking in because I don't know what her thought process was at that
Right.
time
Right.
because it was a heightened situation. You knew this guy had a warrant, and you knew at the same time he was trying to jump back in his car to do whatever he was going to do, drive away. I don't know if he had something in the car. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't judge on just what the video says because there was some type of interaction before, and of course the news outlets they only going to show us the good stuff.
Right.
They're not going to show us 10 minutes before everything was cool, and then hey, you got a warrant. Then he tried to jump back in the car, and then boom, he's gone. So was it bad? Yeah. If it was an accident, sorry. Things happen, but you gotta suffer the consequences for your accident. Just like if you driving down 75 right now and you going 120 and you smack a car and you kill the people in the other car, it was an accident, but you gotta suffer the consequences.
That actually just happened too.
What? Somebody.
Highway patrol was chasing the kids on a dirt bike and killed them on Lee Street.
You know what y'all said?
Well, here's
The key word for me, what you said is drive away. Chase.
Yes.
Once they drive, if he's driving away,
That would be
he's
my
hardly
question.
harming you. He's driving away.
So
You seen him get in the car and you shot him as he pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing.
that would be my question too. So in putting yourself as a officer in that situation, this person has a warrant. You're telling them to step out the car so that you can arrest them. They get back in the car to drive away. Do you shoot them to keep them from driving away?
No, I'm not gonna shoot him. But if I look at it like this, if I got the person right there in the car, and let's say I'm trying to stop them from driving away, so my body is halfway in the car, and they are hitting the gas. At that point, things can happen with a car.
Right.
I mean, I know people who get hit by a car and they'll walk away from it like nothing ever happened. I've seen people get hit by a car and they're dead like that. So, it's those scenarios that play inside my head as well. Again, I wasn't there, so I can't speak on how she felt at the time. How it looked to me, yeah, it was bad, but I can't say how she felt at the time. And that's another thing, we want justice so fast, but at the same time, I mean, you might get the justice or you might not get what you want. And then, it's just going to be another one of those things.
Breonna
So are you
Taylor.
saying
Yeah.
that there's a chance that could be justifiable?
Yeah, she put, yeah.
That she
I think she
mistake-
she might get in some trouble, but I don't think it's going to be what people
What we
want.
want.
Yeah, if people
That's
want
what I feel
a
too.
murder charge.
That's what I feel.
I feel like it's going to be like an involuntary manslaughter charge.
Yeah, exactly. People want the harshest thing.
Yeah,
But
I feel like it's
at
going
the
to
end
be
of the day,
That's
I don't think it's going to be
Right.
what you think it's going to be. So
Exactly.
you have to be kind of mindful of that. And I know the law sucks, but the law reads as it reads too.
Okay, I'm sorry I gotta get this out.
Nah, you-
Hey, bro, go
I'm
ahead.
serious. I'm glad you came. I'm so glad you came to the show because I'm seriously, I want to put a cop over my own. Not pull him over.
yell out the window.
Hey, what's the right protocol? My man that just got the needle, that got killed.
George Floyd.
George Floyd, yeah.
What is the right protocol for cops when y'all see somebody overdoing it?
What you mean when you
No.
Like when you saw, like when they see,
Like because Derek Chauvin was on his neck and then they had
you see other
two
cops.
officers, right?
what y'all talking to do when y'all see a cop doing too much? Okay.
At that point, it comes to your morals. as an individual. Because if it was me and I saw the same thing, I'm like, dude, dude, that's enough, because I don't think nobody, and that's what some people fail to realize. I don't think nobody who's in law enforcement at this moment watched that video and said, hey, that was a good arrest. If they did, I don't want to work with that person, because that's the person that's going to have me on Fox 5 or, 11 Alive, in handcuffs or something. So anybody who watched that and said, that was okay, you the idiot.
But my point in academy.
Now in the academy, we not even.
That's not even talked about.
That's not even something that we do. I get on somebody back for a second. As soon as I got them in handcuffs, at that point you ain't going nowhere.
I'm talking about in the academy. Y'all talked about if your fellow officer does.
Oh yeah, you could tell them, like, I mean, you could say, hey, bro, get off of him. Just like if I saw Clark and Surge fighting right now, I'd say, all right, bro, y'all can chill out. But
it's only gonna be about 30 seconds. We both big.
Hey, stop. Hey,
but at the same time, I mean, again, that comes with morals. And, sometimes if he was an acting supervisor and those are new guys or people, you might be afraid or intimidated to talk to that person. And just like the CEO of a company, and you, the secretary of the company, you ain't going to want to say what you really want to say to the CEO of the company.
Watch this. Your nephew right here, I don't know how old he is. Let's say 18.
17.
Oh, actually 17.
Mm-hmm.
So say nephew 17, mother nephew is 25, 26.
Mm-hmm.
His first time riding a nephew car for the first time in life. He decided to go to the gas station and rob somebody. Right? He ended up killing somebody in the robbery. They're not going to look at nephew as his first time riding the car with him. He going to get charged with the same thing.
Yeah.
So the point is, that's what I don't like about our law.
Yeah.
And now they're going to find a way for these cops not to get charged with the same charge.
Yeah.
Or what you got here.
Yeah, that
They
happened to
should
my
be
boy
because they were
Joel.
accessories.
Yeah, I think with this one,
No, that literally happened to my boy Joel from high school.
Yeah.
His senior year.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
drove
and do
somebody to some apartments. They robbed a lady. They didn't kill her. They injured her, but he got hit with an assault charge and accessory robbery. He got 10-year beats.
Damn.
yeah,
He just got out 2
guilty
years
by
ago.
association in that fact, and that's why it's going to be
he didn't
interesting
even know.
in
So we get by
August.
association for
Didn't even know.
citizens, but
But
not
now,
officers.
I
No,
all he
that's
did
what I'm
was drop
saying.
somebody.
Like, depending on how this is going to be interesting come August when they go to court or when they have their day in court, it's going to be interesting to see how it's actually going to play out. Because if it's one of those situations where, they're not found guilty, then it's going to be like, oh, come
Well,
on
no,
now.
the Chinese dude gonna get hit. You know why? Because he stopped the paramedic.
He said he
stopped
started
the
figuring.
firefighter from taking care
I'm
of
taking
him.
care of it.
I know he finna get hit.
He ain't finna get hit.
Shit, he done.
He might be the only one.
Yeah, he might go.
Now,
I don't know.
the black dude, I feel like he might be the one to get off
He
because
black, he ain't gonna.
because he was just like, bro was just literally just like look like you can see the look on his face.
He
was like he was shocked.
concerned. Yeah,
he was in shock. He was like,
Was he the
like,
rookie cop?
yeah, he was a rookie.
Yeah, I think he was the rookie.
Yeah, he was a rookie.
And so that might play
That
into
might
a
save
role.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he might be the only one
But
that.
that's true. That's true.
Fuck
So,
that, he graduated.
because he at the
How many
same time,
in the
you
force?
like eight
Okay.
now. But at the same time, I mean, you your own man at the end of the day, or your own female at the end of the day. So I'm not gonna let nobody dictate what I'm gonna do at my job. Simple as that. If my job feel like, hey, they could trust me to do what I need to do, then you can trust me to do what I need to do, and then you can also trust me to do what I don't need to do because I'm not gonna be that person. So even if I see one of my coworkers, stepping out of line, I ain't afraid to say, hey, bro, you tripping right now. He may be mad and won't go tell on me. I don't care, dude.
And
I go find another job.
And see that, and that's one of the issues I seem to have with most law enforcement is they can see a law enforcement, a partner or a friend or a fellow officer stepping out of line and nobody says anything. Like it's all good. Like it's like boys in blue come before your personal morals. And so you can see somebody. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But on their end, they it's like they band together and whatever happens happens.
Look at it like this.
Yeah,
And
it is.
it's
It's like
like
that,
you
bro.
run with the gang all your life and everything, and you you don't snitch on your homeboys or whatever, and when you go to jail, you know, I don't put money on your books, and then what happened? They ain't there for you. They don't put money on
They
you.
put money, but
The
it's back
same
your
thing
word.
goes for, you know, brother in blue, the blue line. Same thing. So they ain't gonna be there taking care of your family. They ain't. Hey, you ain't paying my mom bills. You ain't taking care of my family. You ain't taking care of my girl. You ain't taking care of my future kids. So
You still,
I'm not.
I got a confession, y'all. I want to get a cop, right? I'm going to hell. I'm gonna tell you why.
You
I want to go to hell. Two things. I want to get some free dope.
Hold on, you want to go to hell?
I want to get a police officer, right?
That's
Right.
it.
I'm telling you for the wrong reason. So I don't
For free dope.
I want
Wait.
to bust folks getting free dope. And I want to get no prostitute getting free head.
It's coming.
the two worst reasons I want to be a cop ever.
Hey,
I want you to say
he would have made detective. He would have made detective.
Right.
That's,
You would have been cold as the
he would have been lieutenant. Lieutenant commander. Look,
Frank Dick.
he would be running Clayco.
I hope Chris ain't watching.
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, you know Chris
You know
Watson.
Chris watching.
Jake,
Come on, say today.
drop the bed.
Jake.
He gonna be looking at BL like Jake.
Now, you gotta think,
Jake.
man, you know how much you get you to comment, you busting with all that dope. You
Well, let's ask.
Look, bro, you keep
Look.
that back you have, keep it going.
Sure.
Killing, man.
I mean, I keep the whole thing, or you going to jail.
He definitely would have been in the line of the American Gangster Cops. The American Gangster Cops.
I got pulled over with weed on him, and the cop was like, "All right, he took the weed from me and pulled up."
What were you at?
I was like, "Huh?" I was
No,
in
I
car.
done got pulled over in car, and they take your.
What time
Yeah.
you saying?
No,
You know, 'cause, you know, weed.
All car do is take
They
your
take your
shit.
weed. Yeah, they take your.
No,
Chris said disco would definitely be in internal affairs first thing in the morning.
Hey, but no, like, bro took my weed. I just looked at it. I was like,
You
he,
in Cobb County, did?
yeah,
Cobb County did that to me, too.
He got the weed from. He looked at it. You know,
So he just keep it on
he
the
said,
He got a
yeah,
hoodie.
yeah. He said,
He came in here with a hoodie.
Nah, that big man block on it.
okay. So I like twisted top line, and he knew how to put the knot in that mug. And he said,
How long ago this was?
He took my
This
whole
was like-
jar.
Damn.
Yeah, he ain't taking the check.
He ain't taking.
you know,
We must
weed.
be getting out of work. Now,
But
do
you
y'all
know-
do that? When y'all about to get out of work, y'all let people slide.
No, it was him and 6 others.
I'm talking about.
That's
They
paperwork.
share.
But you know,
We had a thing in mind. We knew what time the shifts was,
Mhm.
so we knew at a certain hour we can just kind of be a little free, and they weren't gonna bother. They'll go right past our ass trying to go home. But it's that next shift.
That you got to worry about.
At the beginning of the shift, nigga like, here, I just got here, bro.
in Cobb County, weed is decriminalized. So anything under a certain amount, it's a ticket.
I thought
Yeah.
A lot of places about to start moving to that.
It's like it's a.
I start moving to what?
Decriminalizing
Damn fool, bro.
Clayco.
Hey, I was thinking, I was
Weed and
thinking,
Clayco.
hey,
Chris
Chris said,
said you go to the same bar as
the Ivy brothers. But yeah, man. So yeah, it's been decriminalized for like a year and a half, 2 years.
So, depending on the amount.
Yeah, it's under. So I think it's like it's under a certain amount,
Under
under
28.
7 grams, I think, or something. It's
Under
like,
28.
So what they doing about the edibles that these kids doing? They get charged. They getting.
right? Do you know they sell? You could get. It's like,
I say so many.
Ask 12.
I know that. I see my
but it's
my boy got the damn shit and start
well,
working back
like
in.
you
Yeah.
can you can go.
I said they got so many
You go to
CBD
jail
shops
for
and all that stuff.
You can go to the smoke shop, right? I go to smoke shop
Yeah.
right now, and right now in Georgia in the smoke shop they have what you call Delta 8, which is legal marijuana.
Yeah, they got to
It's
install them out.
it's legal marijuana.
Legal in the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my point in the Cobb County, say now if you walk.
Ask your next door neighbor right now. Where is that? He don't know the spot.
You're using the actual like oil, so
Mhm.
I know that. But I'm talking about this is actually weed that you talking about.
Yeah.
So they won't
That I did not know.
They will not
I don't
under a
think so.
certain amount. You will not. You get a ticket.
Yeah, Chris said it's only in certain cities though.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass
like-
it for the state of Georgia soon, but
Yeah. In Cobb County, you can. Yeah.
just give it time.
Damn.
Just give it
It's
time.
gonna. Hey, it's coming. Say Georgia.
Georgia gonna be the
It's gonna be
last.
legal.
It's gonna be the last one,
It's
but
gonna
give
be
it
the
time.
last.
I promise you ain't gonna be the last one.
So when
It
you,
is.
in this time and age right now, if you can do it
Legal
again,
up to a certain amount
you
of
can go-
THC.
if you can turn
If
back
I if I could do it again,
Yeah.
probably not. I'd probably be sitting in somebody's office doing accounting work.
Hey man.
That's some
But
real.
that's honest though.
That's some honesty for
I
your
remember
ass.
riding, I'm gonna tell you. I remember riding the basketball games in the back of the van, and every time, what you want to do when you get older? This nigga said, "Be a cop." we was like what 13, 14 years old. That's all he wanted to
Was
do.
you a Boy Scout when you was a kid?
Nah, we ain't had that. We ain't had that in the hood.
I'm trying to take his ass. He said, you was the Boy Scout, weren't you?
Nah, I wasn't no Boy Scout.
You
I
got
think I was a Boy Scout.
you got your tracking bag.
I was scouting stuff.
Yeah, it
He
wasn't.
said, look at me, bro. What I look like a damn snitch.
What I can say, he was when it came to doing stupid junk when we were younger. He was one of the better ones who didn't do it though.
I don't know why I imagine Chris being a damn big headed ass Boy Scout as a kid.
Hey,
I
what's
was about to say a cop. I was about to say, I can see Chris being a cop too.
Man, I can see
A
that.
motorcycle cop.
That I can see. Clark said he was the Boy Scout. I can see Clark being a Boy Scout.
Weston had their own Boy Scout troop at one point in time. I was part of it.
Yes.
You was always a
Chris,
snitch.
Oh, that's okay. We was the Church of Christ, not the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't get touched on.
I get that part. I see Chris, but I don't know why.
I
yeah.
don't know why I can't see Chris. I can see Chris being a cop, like a highway patrol cop.
But not the Boy Scout.
You know, all the cookies and shit.
Because of Chris's demeanor, it'd be hard to see him as a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Clark, I can see being a Boy Scout.
Me too.
I was that nigga in ROTC and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah, I did ROTC too.
Thursday, man, for years.
I was say I did
Like,
ROTC.
yeah, I've always liked that though. I've always
Oh,
like
hey.
even now, like I'd rather go out and serve my community like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I was scared to go to the military. After
I ain't like nobody talking to me, so I knew I couldn't make it.
I went AWOL, bro. I didn't go home when I come back. I left when I got there.
I ain't like listening to people in middle school, so I knew I couldn't do ROTC.
When I was in basic,
I was gone for 8 months.
when I was in basic, a nigga like crying
Yeah.
like this.
I gotta leave, Chris. Man, Chris, we gotta block you, bro. I swear, this dude's so stupid, man. He said, "I'm sure Disco can see everything with the thick goggles."
But nah, dude went AWOL and our drill sergeant was like, "Hey, y'all better go find him before the morning time." But we was out like all night trying to find this
Nah, I
nigga.
left in the morning.
Word?
I left on formation.
You ain't finished basic training?
Like, where you going? You going to the bathroom?
No, I went in the car. They let you walk to the barracks and put your mail in the mailbox. I was up on the bridge for like 6 hours on the expressway.
Yeah.
They called 100 collect nigga on my car, got me taxi cab.
He said,
Went to the hotel, called the Greyhound, went to Arkansas. Went there, got home in 5 days.
See,
Where you want to
that's my
basic
check. Yeah, let's go.
at? Fort Sill? He went Fort Sill? Yeah. That was probably the longest bus ride I ever went.
5 days.
For
bro.
Fort Sill?
And I
Yeah, that's a
told
long
you,
ride.
Every stop I changed clothes. I ain't like
Nigga was on the run for real.
They caught you. They caught you.
They didn't catch me until 8 months later when I was coming. I had an old school car, and I was strictly with my homeboys in Miami. So we're going down the street car, like Carl Parkway, US 1. And I was in the back seat, drunk as hell, but my homeboy was driving. He was hauling ass down Carl Parkway, they say. And the police was like, the man right here was in the shopping center. They pulled us over, got a paper tag. They back then they ran everybody license like it wasn't shit.
Yeah.
So I had my license lady. I seen like 12 cops come from nowhere. Got a big ass circle. They snatched me out the car, threw me in the hood. Stop wanted as a fugitive.
You a fugitive if you run away from the
I
military?
went to the fair. I was in the fair for 3 days.
Got a contract.
Yeah.
I was in the fair for 3 days in Miami. And then they let me
The
out.
military said, "Nigga, your life belonged to me."
That's exactly what it is. So I'm saying, what happened? So I was in the fair for 3 days. They let me out and I had to go to the city jail. But the city jail couldn't touch me. Because I was still a military.
Still a military, yeah.
So they couldn't do nothing with me. They had to let me out. So they told me you got till tomorrow to turn yourself in or it's going to be worse. So I
And
went
go
out
back
there,
to
boy.
basic training.
Nah, they put me in a little room like this. But when I opened the door, like 9 of us in that bitch that was on the run for it. And they put on a plane. We flew to
They over there looking like, "What you do? How long you was
I
out?"
did 3 months, and they got to go in front of the judge and tell them why you did what you did, and they make a decision and let y'all.
You had to sit in jail for 3 months?
Shoot,
You say
military.
you sat in jail for 3
Yeah,
months?
but it was, that wasn't shit. That was like a sin talking right now. It was like
That
over
was-
10.
That boy said,
I got to
They woke up
get
Chris said we gotta read the book.
I need to
"They woke up in the morning run."
Yeah, I got saved in my card on Amazon. I
I
saw you
go
post the
Amazon
link.
and get it.
Yeah, I saw him post the link.
That's in my book.
But yeah, so it's 9 o'clock. We got 30 minutes left. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into
Damn, it went by
Sepik.
fast.
Yeah, they go by fast. That's why I said it's hard to get through topics. I'm gonna go through to the second topic, which is I can send it to you. Which is the Ma'Khia Bryant situation. So, for those who are unfamiliar, for those who are unfamiliar, the Ma'Khia Bryant situation, pretty much, some girl showed up to her house to fight her. She was getting jumped. She called the cops, asked them to come out. And between the time of the cops getting there and her calling them, she got a hold of a knife. By the time the cops got there, she already had the knife in her hand. They saw her charging towards the girl with the knife. They shot her 4 times. She died, and then that's pretty much the basis of the Ma'Khia Bryant situation.
He yelled out "Blue Lives Matter" and he was arguing with one of the adults.
It wasn't him that yelled it. I was one of the officers that was at the scene. But so a lot of folks feel split. A lot of folks feel split on this. This is probably the most split I've seen of a situation as far as civilians, cops, regular folks. Like I went back and forth with a lot of people. A lot of people in regards to this particular situation. So that was really the main reason I wanted you here, just to see what if you in that situation, what discretion you would use. Because me personally, I state how I feel and I let you go. So in this situation, I don't feel. Everybody can say how they feel, but yeah. But me personally, how I felt was, number one, I felt it was so I understand that in that situation, I did hear him yell more than once to put the weapon down or whatever he yelled to try to get her to stop charging forward with the knife. So in that regard, I understand maybe one shot. But 4 to me is excessive. That's number one. Number two, I don't feel like he had to necessarily shoot her with a gun. I'm not a cop, but in my mind, when I think of the police, I think of them as diffusers. A person who comes to a scene to defuse a situation.
They're supposed to be.
Yeah, right. That's why I said. That's why I think of them when I think of a cop, or what they're supposed to be. They're there to defuse the situation. Not necessarily, like I say, I understand in some circumstances you're going to have to pull your weapon. You're going to have to shoot because, like I say, it's that dangerous of a situation to where you feel that that's necessary. In that certain incident, I didn't feel like shooting a gun was necessary. Like I said, I do feel, like I said, number one, she was 15, 16. I don't know which age she was, but I know she's in that realm. Like I said, I do feel like a taser, rubber bullet, something else could have been done to stop her before, firing an actual shot and as many shots that were fired. I've actually been in a situation where, like I said, so a lot of people are saying, well, she was charging the girl with a knife. What if she would have stabbed her? Got all that. But I've actually been in a situation where I've witnessed a fight, a very serious fight, and the person who was fighting, a way bigger dude, blacked out. Cops were called. Cops got there. He still didn't recognize that the cops were there. He didn't go off on the cops, but the cops were trying to get him to calm down. He wouldn't. They pepper sprayed him, and like I said, this is a big guy, way bigger than the girl that was in the video. A big dude, pepper sprayed him. He got down on his knees immediately. It didn't require nobody being shot. It didn't require nobody being whooped or beat to death. They pepper sprayed him. He got down immediately. Apologized. He said, "I didn't even recognize that y'all were here." So I know in those instances, depending on, and then I said she said she was just jumped. So I'm pretty sure all she sees is red. Probably didn't even recognize that the cops was at the scene. But you know what I'm saying? Now she's no longer here. So in that particular situation, I don't feel that the cops, number one, should have fired that many times. And I feel like another form of defense could have been done before getting to that of shooting or firing a weapon. That's just my personal take on it. Like I know a lot of other people feel differently, so that's just my take on it. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to get mine when you answer.
I just.
I was gonna.
Here goes my perspective of it. I'm gonna lose some people.
Okay.
I put myself in somebody's situation. So if I'm a cop, I got several angles at this right here.
Okay.
First of all, would we be talking about this conversation if we didn't put no color out there? If we didn't say what color the cop was, what color the kids was, just what happened, would we still be talking about this?
Me, yes. Me, yes.
Would she be dead
If
if she was black?
I'm just throwing a question out there.
No.
So if I painted a picture that there's some kids out there fighting, okay, when the cop pulled up, no color involved, he pulled up and seen a lady with a hand on one side with a knife, getting ready to come up. Okay, what would be your next step, right? Then also you think about all the lives that was on the mixed feeling. The girl life he saved, of course, they're gonna be black, but now they love the cops because he saved
Her
their
life.
child. But on the other hand, now you got another family who can't stand the cops now because they killed their child.
Right.
The biggest discretion I have all of it is the cops, no disrespect, you my man, it's like they shoot to kill. They don't shoot to hurt or shoot to detain.
Agreed.
They shoot to kill.
Yeah.
So I don't think her particular size, all due respect, a Taylor did nothing to her ass.
That's a
And
big,
all
that's
the
a big
drilling
girl.
going with her, and the distance he had from her, it would be like a.
Have you felt the taser?
I'm about to say.
I'm about to say, I've seen Taser shake bigger.
I felt
But I've seen
at a
tasers.
low.
I've seen.
at a low
Okay,
frequency.
that's just my.
But that's-
But I've seen people get tased too and just be like,
I don't know.
bow, and then
Okay, listen. I
and
don't
keep
know.
it moving.
But my second part of that
You never
is
know.
he could have shot her in the damn ass, in the leg, in the hand. She had the pistol in. Cause y'all go to target practice. What the fuck y'all go to target practice for if y'all gonna shoot to kill?
Well, I was heard that.
So my point is-
When they actually out.
He did what now?
I was just heard that. I mean, even when they go to target practice, the target isn't like moving.
Okay.
That's different.
So,
when it's
but
moving.
my point is, he could have, like I said, if he shot her, he had to shoot it 4 damn
Now,
times.
that I agree with.
He could have shot
Four
her to the
times.
stomach, or again, like y'all said, I never
But,
hit it with a
let me-
taser. So no disrespect. If a taser did the job, then a taser. I never hit one. So that's my personal.
Let me say this.
He didn't even
And also-
try though.
You could try.
If you pull, listen, if I'm fighting nephew
Let's do it for real.
and I'm about to gut nephew, are you gonna taser me or you gonna shoot?
I would. I mean, that's
See, that's the thing. If I'm a civilian, I'm shooting to kill you. Because like I said, this is my brother, This is my brother whom I love. So my family gonna come. My first
That makes sense.
motive instinct is to shoot to kill. But as an officer who went through I'm not trained.
Right.
My mindset is you coming to harm him, you dying.
Trained to shoot and detain it.
Exactly.
Correct. So yeah. So for me, I think of it differently.
I'm with you on that.
But
I already know where he finna go.
yeah, I don't know where he finna go, but I got an idea. But Chris,
People kept on asking, like, well, if this was your child that was about to get stabbed, then what would you want the officer to do?
I would have praised him for doing what he
There's
did.
nothing in me that say I would want an officer to take the life of someone else's child. Because,
Man.
like you said, that officer is trained. So
I don't-
let's detain this child to keep from hurting mine.
Before I say
Hold on,
mine,
but-
I want to be able to say
Yeah.
If it was
and
in
before-
me and that child
and
to
be-
protect
and
my
before
child,
anybody else go-
civilian, I'm gonna do what I got to do.
correct.
I need to
Like
be
me
able to say-
personally-
Chris, hold on. Chris said every adult there should be arrested. The person who ran the group home
One of the people
that was allowing her and her sister to be assaulted should be also
Agreed.
arrested.
They know they are finna get. I believe they are getting charged. The mom, yeah.
Yeah.
The foster
They
mom
was
told her to
sitting
go
there
outside.
watching the whole thing. No
Yeah.
one was helping.
Yeah,
Not go ahead, my fault.
yeah. So even my
Can
situation,
BL?
I got.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. We're gonna let him go.
I got a daughter around the same. I got a daughter the same age.
Citizens arrest.
Yeah, I got a daughter the same age.
I'm ready to. I'm
And
ready
even
to,
Shut up, bro. He's trying to talk.
damn,
They gonna taser your ass. On shit.
I ain't gotta take his over here.
you take it to me, you get shot. I return fire.
But anyway,
Yeah.
but no, I have a daughter that age. I have a daughter that's 16.
Okay.
In that situation, if that was my daughter finna get stabbed, I am happy he did what he did. Period.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, that's not my daughter that got killed. I'm raising my daughter.
I understand.
I want my child to come home to me every night.
Okay.
Damn.
So
Even if
flip it.
I think
Your
you're
daughter
doing-
is getting jumped, and your daughter blacks out and grabs the nearest thing she can find and
so
to
as
save her life.
listen, as an adult, if I know my daughter's getting jumped and she's finna call the police and she called the police, I'm not letting my daughter walk out of the house with a knife.
That's not the. I said
No,
flip the
we
situation.
flip the situation. Her
She's
foster.
already out
But
there.
listen, her foster parents in the camera on the video were standing right there in the driveway.
Okay,
She had
but
off
see,
the
if you're gonna use
Both
the
of us did it.
foster parents in that scenario,
But you said
then
flip
you-
the situation.
right?
Like I said, if I know
the
my
events that
daughter,
actually happened, flip that. I'm not talking about what you would have done.
no, I'm
The
telling you,
events
in the
that
events that actually happened,
you would be
as
okay.
as a father, I'm not letting her have a knife. Period.
Okay, but you're saying what you would have done.
No, because
differently.
I
That's not
can't.
what I'm asking.
I can only speak as a father. In that situation, it wouldn't be that situation.
Well, if that's the case, as a father, the other person wouldn't have died either because you would have kept it from getting to that point.
Exactly. But I'm saying.
What I'm
But
saying
if
is
it-
it's already got to that point.
If it's already gotten to that point,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna when she calls the police, I'm stepping in.
You're missing everything I'm saying right now.
No, I'm not.
He's saying if it was your daughter doing the stabbing, we want to kill.
If she's got a weapon and the police is telling her to stop and she gets killed, she gets
You're
killed.
okay. All right, that's what I want to hear you say. You're okay with your daughter's life being taken because
But if you do,
did not
outside,
have
if
the
my mama
means.
do a crime, I'm around and is me and my mama going to jail? My mama going to jail.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what we did for as parents then.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Because I don't take a bid for my mama.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the bid for
I'll
that.
take a bid, yes, I
Can we
will.
let's just say I definitely do not agree with this.
Go ahead, let me nephew talk.
And I don't either.
Go ahead, nephew. I want your nephew got to say.
Go
What's
ahead.
going on, Bill? So,
All
I'm
right, so
sorry, Austin.
no, so both. Give your
I'm
answer
gonna
as both.
give.
Yeah.
So we gonna go back to the beginning.
As a cop, I want to hear it as a
Okay,
cop.
as a cop.
That is really what.
It's not a funny situation because one thing people have to understand, when we go to a call, we don't get, oh, it's a 16-year-old girl, or we don't get the age. Only thing we know is there's a fight about to go on and we
Somebody
need
has to
you
wait.
there.
Yeah.
And that's all we know. So sometimes we may get, oh, they have a knife, they have a gun, or whatever, but we're going in blindsided. So this 16-year-old, from the video, she didn't look 16 to me.
She did.
She looked about 18, 19. People not going to agree with it, but we're here to serve and protect. I saw life being threatened, and the cop shot her.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, the way science works with bullets, I mean, everybody want to say, oh, they don't shoot to kill, but do y'all go shooting?
I've been.
Have y'all ever been
Not
shooting?
as much as I
All right,
I
so
do.
when you go shooting and you get your target, what's the main part of the target that you
Center
get?
mass.
Chest,
Center mass,
center
right?
mass, and head.
So
I'll shoot.
think about it from our standpoint. When we go the target shoot and practice, we getting the same targets that y'all are getting. We're not shooting at the legs, or we're not shooting at the feet, the hands. We're sitting center mass
Why?
where everything is. That's the
So you
well.
are
Okay,
trained
so
to kill.
no, it's
I'm
not
not-
trained to kill. We can't predict what the bullets do inside your body, because once you shoot somebody, you could get a 22, which is a small bullet, and that one little small bullet could kill somebody faster than a 9mm can.
Agreed. But if you train to shoot chest and head, that's automatic. Like those are going to be closer to killing.
That's
points
not even my problem.
than
It stops the threat at the time.
That's not even my problem.
But look at it like this.
Here's
The
my
center
problem.
mass.
Oh, him. I'm waiting for
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to
So-
but I want to know from that.
So the reason we don't shoot arms or legs is because those are moving parts.
Gotcha.
Those are moving parts of the body. If I'm sitting here and I got my gun out, you can move your arms like
Right.
this. I can't keep going like this with my gun
Right,
the whole
shoot
time.
chest and okay.
So that's where I'm going.
Okay.
I don't think it was overkill, because you could go on YouTube right now and see videos of people getting shot multiple times and still have the energy to move. People want to say rubber bullets. Not everybody has rubber bullets. I'm sorry.
Why?
Why? Yeah, thank you. So why?
It's
I
not-
feel
it's
like
not-
that should be a requirement.
It's not something that's just there. It's just not something that's.
Back in our days, all they hit you with rubber bullets.
It's not something that's feasible.
Really?
People say tasers. Tasers operate on people differently. I mean,
Agreed.
I done seen people get tased and it would knock a grown man down, and I done seen people get tased and they're like, "Are you done?" Because that's tickling me right now.
So the best option
People
for
say-
a cop is a gun.
People say mace.
In that situation.
In that situation, when a life is being threatened, then yes, just the same way if somebody points a gun or tries to stab you, as a citizen, you have a right to protect yourself.
Right.
And if that person happens to die because you are protecting yourself, I'm sorry, then so be it. Because if I'm sitting in my car and I'm minding my own business and Joe, trying to come rob me, guess what, Joe? I got a surprise for you.
Yeah,
And you're not gonna like my surprise.
So, Joe,
You know, you're not gonna.
got a surprise for you.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna like what's gonna happen at the end. And
Right.
and that's the thing. He didn't have time to react. As soon as he got out the car, and the video from what I saw, as soon as he got out the car, one woman was falling down to the ground, and he's trying to give whatever commands he was giving, and she's already charging at the other girl. So he shot her a couple of times to stop that threat. And not only did he stop the threat, he rendered aid to that person at the same time. So it's not that because if you want to shoot to kill, it's like killing the deer. And if somebody go hunting, you're not gonna go try to save the deer life after you done shot it. He tried to save her, but just because of reality and science, he don't know what's going on. We're not doctors at the end of the day, but we could try to get you the help you need.
Just executioners.
I wouldn't even say
I mean,
executioners.
no, he did his
but-
job.
I'm not saying he didn't do his
But
job.
at the same time, okay, Skylar, you got a daughter, right?
Yeah.
And say your daughter was in this situation.
Yeah.
A knife could kill, right?
Yeah.
A knife is counted as a deadly weapon, right?
Yeah.
My gun is a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
So you want me to protect your daughter, right?
Yeah.
Outside of, say you didn't even know me. Say I'm just that officer going to that scene and I see somebody's life being threatened. Would you want me to stop that threat, or would you want me to say, "Oh,
I want you to use all your training that you trained for before
Okay,
you deadly kill
alright.
somebody. I don't care about the age.
Okay, so
I
listen
don't
to
care about 15
alright.
or 16.
Okay,
what
so-
I'm saying is,
Wait,
a white boy
let-
walked
let-
into a church. Let me talk. White boy walked into a church with an assault rifle and walked out and got Burger King from a cop. Why you can't stop a girl with a knife? Y'all are trained physically to fight. Use your billy clubs, mace, everything before killing another black young woman.
But when he pulled up, once he like from here to there. shit
When
like that,
the white boy pulled up, he could have shot them with AKs.
See,
But they still took him in handcuffs. Just like that, just like the same situation with that woman where he drove off. The same situation happened with a white man, and two cops were hanging on for dear life while a white man in a truck going 70 miles an hour. But they did not shoot him. What did he do? Go to jail. And where was he out? The next day. While my black man, he pulled out and he got shot.
See, I understand where
Immediately.
you're coming from, but at the same time, we have to understand media and where media is coming from.
No, we just
Because-
gotta understand
No,
police.
because
Police.
one is not all of us. Because at the end of the day, I want to go home just as everybody else, and then I'm going to
And
do
our
what I
kids
got
want to go home too. And
I gotta do what I'm gonna do so I can go home to my family, because that's what my family wants.
And your life, his life wasn't at threat.
But that little girl's
Okay,
life
so
was.
what if
His life
he-
wasn't at
okay, what if
threat.
he-
So he was going home
So
regardless.
what if he tased her and she still stabbed the girl?
Yeah, the girl to kill her. Then what the man gonna be stuck at?
Oh, he should have shot her.
I don't. He should have used everything besides.
But look at it.
Let's say if he
Before he
would've
shot her.
tased
If he tased
Hold on.
at least
One
he
person at a
would've
time,
tried
please.
something different. Is what I'm saying. Like
But
at the end of the day, if the girl
If you had ample time to call her multiple times,
He pulled up.
that's what they just said. That's what they just said. He said they listened to the video. He hopped out and he yelled
30 seconds.
multiple times.
Esther.
Yeah.
You can't use it to the
Shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, you can tackle somebody in 5 seconds. I see it happen in football every Sunday.
But if you watch the video, she was already on top of the girl before he even got all the way there. She was going to stab the girl before he could even react to the situation.
What up? You on with Manish?
What up, Chris? I know this you.
I know it's you.
I'm
Yeah.
about to say, I know this
Hey, I'm
you.
just listening till it's my turn to talk.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead. Keep listening, and I'll tell you when to chime in.
All right.
I mean, again, I hate the fact that it was a 16-year-old girl. I hate the fact that somebody's
22.
I hate the fact that
It's a
somebody's
22-year-old
life
girl.
had to end because of a decision that they made. But at the same time, we have to be mindful. It's the same thing. If I see somebody walking down the street and I carry wherever I go, I'm carrying. So that's just something I do. But if I see somebody's life being threatened as a citizen, I'm going to help that person, because I'm not going to watch somebody die in front of me. I'm not going to do that. That's just something I'm not going to do. Same situation. She was threatened. I mean, he didn't have time to react.
The same situation. If we talking about regular citizens, then her father and her mother should have stopped that way before that even happened.
That's the real fact of the matter. Like I said,
They should
I'm
have.
not saying that they're not just as wrong.
No. I understand.
What I am saying is police are trained to kill black folks, and they're not using the same training on white folks. They're using all their training to contain and detain white people, while all their training goes out the window when it comes to black people. It's shoot to kill first. Shoot is the first answer y'all go for. This is a 16-year-old girl. It don't matter if she was a 35-year-old woman, a 5-year-old little girl, an 8-year-old little boy in the park with a freaking gun. It doesn't matter. Y'all first thing is to kill us first, and when it's a white person, it's detained.
You know what's so sad about this, right? I'm saying
You can't say y'all.
I'll get it with you.
Like that.
He's just saying the cops. He's not saying him in general.
No.
He got it right. How you feel? The sad part about it, I think it going everywhere, but it's what's gonna make the news.
That's what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
and that's my biggest thing is what makes the news.
I've seen videos of white cops shooting white people who were threatening life. I've seen that.
There was a recent video that I just watched in Texas with a white guy and another white guy, and that cop ended up getting killed on camera. And so, I don't think it's necessarily.
The car and then shot him.
Oh yeah, I saw it too.
But
Yeah,
you see what the cop did.
and he shot him several times.
You got a gun in the car? Yeah, well, bring your gun with you.
Yeah, that was-
he gave that white man the
I had discretion,
opportunity
yeah.
to grab his gun and bring the gun with him.
It's also a video going around. A cop. It was like a SWAT team went to a hotel after a white guy with a warrant. The guy was on his knees crawling towards the police. He fell and put his hands down, and when his hands came from around his back, they let him have it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So it's not just we're just seeing what the media wants, like everything.
The media is based to keep us divided, man.
Always, yeah,
That's what they got. That's what they
always.
So a man with a warrant and a man in his apartment
I'm
eating
listening.
ice cream that gets shot by a cop. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing.
That's fucked up.
He was just in his apartment. You know what I'm
But
saying?
she
Eating
was- she
ice
didn't-
cream.
no, I
He
can't-
have a warrant.
Yeah,
But that was told.
That's awesome.
She was like.
How about the paramedic?
She was all.
How about the paramedic that just got off a double shift? Oh,
She
okay.
went to the. I seen it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But we can sit there and do it all day long.
Yeah.
I'm saying it ain't every cop ain't fucked up. Every cop ain't perfect. Everybody.
I ain't say that. I ain't say that.
I know what you say, but you're right what you're saying.
But I'm saying how the way we get treated is way different. Way different. And you can't cap on that. Can't nobody cap on that. I don't care what police is here. Can't nobody cap on that.
That's what we see.
All right,
That's what's going on
can I
with
talk?
everybody. We all see that.
Can I,
go ahead,
can I
Gus.
speak?
Oh, I forgot that.
All right. So I feel what both of them are saying. Just speaking from experience, I done had issues. I done had run-ins with police, bad run-ins, and I've also had police who, giving me the benefit of the doubt, cool people. You know what I'm saying? Really didn't want me to, to deal with, consequences that I actually deserve. You know what I'm saying? So I see it, and I've also dealt with cops that were, had no intentions on doing right by me. So I see both aspects. I agree with Skylar. Like at the end of the day, we do see a whole lot of us not being treated with the same respect, the same, empathy, the same protocol. But once again, like Bill stated also, like a lot of it has to do with media. They want us to see certain things. They don't want us to see certain things. If we sit back and we're realistic about the situation, like I mean, it's white people that get treated, just as bad as us. Now, I will say, when you're dealing with those type of issues in your own communities, it's always going to be, it's being done more to us because who is us? Us is the community. Us is the only people that are around. So we're going to see that a whole lot more than what we would see from, other communities, because that's what we're a part of. Also, I think when it comes to the girl being stabbed, I think it's a mental issue with us. And I say that because it's hard for us to grasp in our mind the fact that a girl that was protecting herself was the one that ended up dying. Had it been she was the aggressor with the knife and been shot, there would have been some different views out here.
Agreed. I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
So right. So I feel like that's the issue really deep down that makes it an issue for us. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody's like, well, he could have done this, he could have done that. Why? Because we're thinking of her actually really not being the aggressor.
Yeah, pretty much being pushed to the point of grabbing the knife.
But she inside the house.
I think
she
all over the
was, I think
place.
she was inside.
It was
She called.
Okay, she called the police inside the house.
How did she wind up outside the house?
You called.
We don't know.
But apparently they said the foster mother told her to go out
That's
there
my point.
and
If she
get.
inside, you call them to help you. If you gonna call them and go out and fight these folks, what you call them for?
Yeah, but
But if you
from what the story is.
if you call them, I could call if you at my house right now trying to do something to me, I could call them. That don't necessarily mean they showed up in 60 seconds.
True.
A lot could have transpired.
Especially in a black neighborhood.
When she ended up outside, they didn't come in her house. She ended up outside.
1 hour? Didn't they live together?
No, but yeah, they didn't live together, but the mother and father was pushing for her to go fight.
And that's another thing. We keep saying mother and father, like her mother and father were there. Those aren't her parents.
Yeah.
How many foster parents do y'all know that care nothing about those kids that just take care of kids?
More than I can count.
And how many times have your parents tell you to go
That's the
fight?
point I'm making. We keep saying parents,
Sure.
but parents is irrelevant in this situation because
My
the
mama
woman
told
is
me-
real parents.
I didn't hear what you said. What you said? Say it again, cuz.
I said we keep talking about parents, but parents are irrelevant in this situation because there is no real parents.
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
They getting a guy.
Well, they guardian. I said they guardians should have been more of guardians.
To be held accountable, just
Yeah.
like
Just like getting a goddamn chicken. Apparently, they had that weekend.
I ain't gonna say parents, but the guardians who were in charge of maintaining her should have been more of guardians.
Yeah, because she wouldn't have never been in a situation from the jump. Had
Correct.
they been.
Correct.
So that-
whatever other
so that's-
kids they have.
They probably already did.
Yeah.
Because I read like one of the girls was like in her 30s,
Y'all
like
doing y'all thing, man. Good
Yeah,
show.
all
That was a-
yeah,
Yeah,
You out?
that was in the black.
And they all
She was like 26, 27.
yeah, you know.
Every last one.
He said but the one in the black that she threw off first. She was like 27.
Yeah.
Get shot for murder.
Yeah, that was a grown woman.
Well, she definitely need to get charged. She can't be fighting no kid.
Ask him. Hey, police officer. Can't all of them get charged with murder?
The police
It
killed
don't
him.
matter because
Yeah.
Wait, they can?
It don't matter what happens.
And,
So
and
if she
something
wound up
happens
dead-
between, just like, okay, say somebody break into your house,
Right.
and let's say the homeowner, say me and Serge go break into somebody's house, and I end up
I'm
getting
not gonna
shot and
charge for
killed.
murder for a cop killing somebody.
Serge going down for murder.
Yeah.
It's the
Really?
law.
You know that?
If they would have been fighting, he would have been out.
No.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
the
Yeah.
law.
So them other people that was
Now, I don't know-
she was
So the
fighting-
cop won't get charged for
I
murder.
don't know how
They-
I'm
Ohio.
about to say Ohio laws may be different, so
Maybe
it all depends on their law.
The cop had to do that. Them girls can get charged with murder.
You ain't never seen.
makes sense.
You ain't never seen like it was just happened. It just happened.
I don't care if it's my daughter that's about to get stabbed.
It was like
I don't want
August,
that
September,
little
like
girl
around the end of the
to
year
get
last year.
shot. You got so many other things to
It
do.
was a big fight out in Kennesaw, and it was like a group of like 23 kids, high school kids out in Kennesaw.
She would have.
Somebody got. It was a big fight,
Like I said,
and somebody got shot and killed out
I
there.
would have.
They charged everybody with murder.
Damn.
Everybody who's out there fighting, they charged everybody. But I mean, of course, they went through and everybody started snitching on what happened.
Right.
Like, because in a newspaper article, you comment on it. Newspaper article, they told exactly what happened, like to the T. This person had the gun here. He handed the person this gun. The gun.
Damn.
Yeah. somebody
I mean,
snitched.
you better charge me with murder. I'm snitching too.
I'm about to say, yeah, if I'm getting drawn out for murder, I'm like, I ain't had nothing to do with
Oh,
this.
yeah, that's gonna happen all the time.
It was James. Where's my
Yeah,
James?
that's what I say too. I'm snitching on
I'm
here.
snitching.
Okay, but
James.
just to go back to the topic.
That's the
I
thing.
want to
Like,
say,
if you truly my friend or truly somebody I rock with, you wouldn't put me in a position to have to
Yeah,
to come down to tell it on you. What you do in your own personal space and time is on you. But if you with me or you rolling with me or riding with me or living with me, whatever the case may be, you shouldn't put me in a predicament to where I could be charged with something or have to deal with legal issues. What you do in your personal time and in your personal space, fine and dandy. Or at your house, I don't give a damn what goes on in your house. But if you live with me or rolling with me and you doing illegal activity, that's on you. All I know is I'm not about to stop seeing my son freely or stop being around my family freely for some stupid shit that you want to do. Point blank, period. You can call me whatever you want to call me. You can say whatever you want to say.
But people got snitching and all that messed up because that's not snitching.
Yo, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Snitching is when you agree to that lifestyle.
Agreed.
When you and your boy agree to this lifestyle.
Agreed.
And you turn on your family.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? and y'all both a part of that world.
Yeah.
You know, if your brother ain't a part of that world, that's your brother. Don't bring no trouble back to your family. That's everybody that's in that life already know. That's rule number one. Don't bring no trouble home.
Right.
Don't ever bring no trouble home.
All right.
Any street nigga already know that. So if you in that life, you better take your shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, they come with
Or you
the
ain't
territory.
no.
Yeah, they come with the territory.
Sure.
Agreed.
That's why I felt Dro when he kicked Spoda to the curb. You ain't gonna claim your gun, fool? You gonna leave it in my car? And say, when the cops come, say, who did it? Whose gun is this? Say that's your gun. You already know I'm on probation. You already know what I'm saying? Claim your gun, because that's your gun. Now, if my brother get caught and he riding with a gun in a state that he not supposed to be in. Say he in New York. We go to New York together and we ride down together. Now, I always bring my gun everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But my brother, he don't care. Like I say, he don't care. You know what I'm saying? And we both get caught in the car together with the gun. I'm going to come out and say, oh, that's mine. Because that's my brother. And he ain't got nothing tied to this. And plus, again, this is mine. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
That should be rule number one, but I see all the time. Hey, bro. Hey, take
Oh,
this,
yeah.
take this for me, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, take this for me, bro. You ain't never been in trouble before, bro.
Serious offenders.
I'm like, bro, you doing that?
shit.
I ain't never been in trouble. I still ain't gonna be in trouble. That's your shit.
If I can't eat it, don't get to me. Don't get to me. Sure.
We talking about that.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I'll help you eat it.
Hell no.
If it's me.
I'll help you
I'll
eat
be
it
I ain't even doing that.
at all.
I eat a whole,
All you want to.
I eat a whole zip like a brownie.
And he gonna be sick as hell.
Yeah, neither one of us in jail.
I'm on this shirt right now. Every day on this shirt.
Yeah, I ain't doing
I
that.
say it to each his own, but yeah. But yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody watching. Appreciate everybody commenting. The call, Chris, appreciate you calling. I said I appreciate the back and forth. BL, I appreciate you coming on.
You gotta come back,
Having the
bro.
courage to come on, first of all, because like I said we did reach out to.
Hey, you scared of no?
You gotta come back,
I'm about to say
He got down with it.
yeah, I'm about to say I'm about to say we damn near family. So
Hey, Skylar might yelled at me, but we still family at the end of the day.
but yeah, I appreciate.
no hand because we can't.
Get heated, but we can have grown conversations for
Real
real.
talk, that was the best conversation because you had a civilian talking from passion.
Right.
Yeah.
Officer talking from passion and his job.
Right.
So that's what needed to be said.
Right, that's why that's the whole basis of me wanting him to come on.
If you had no, he can get bad. He want to.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm saying like this. I'm saying like this.
Like this.
I'm just passionate about everything I argue with.
You know that I be worried about it.
Right, I'm about to say that's why I said
He's like this all the
And
time.
yeah, family, I said if you've been around this nigga, you know how much of a hothead he is, and
Yeah.
this don't mean nothing. Yeah, so. But yeah, I do appreciate you coming on and having.
He's okay with that. That's the bad part.
Because he is who he is.
I'm about to say, it is what it is, bro. I ain't got time.
Hey, you better take it and love it.
At this point, like I said, if you ain't been around this nigga enough, you know how you get down. But yeah, I do appreciate you, even like I say, having the courage to come on. Because like I said, we extended the offer to another officer, and he chose not to come on. So I do appreciate you.
Are you cool with
A
that?
couple of them, actually.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say I only reached out to one other officer, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't consider us cool, but he know of me, I know of him.
That's
I ain't want to say nothing disrespectful.
serious
That's
talk.
why.
Yeah.
All bullshit aside, that's what needed, man. More cops gotta explain. Because like I said, I'm not defending him. The cops, all of them. Because like I said, I done had cops that save people's lives. I know personally.
Right.
There was some good ones out. I'm talking about white ones.
Right.
Some good ones.
Yeah.
So you
Hey,
can't-
do we have time? Can I ask you a question? Just one question. Just
I got a
one.
homeboy who like that.
No, BL. Do you think that white people should stop policing black neighborhoods?
That's a good one.
Okay,
Okay, let's say
hold on, stop. I meant to come yesterday. I'm sorry. That's it. Same thing you said. I think it should be whatever the predominant race is in that neighborhood. That's the color cops should be in the neighborhood.
But also, let me say this.
Shit, I never killed a car.
No. But you're right. You brought up a good topic. Yeah, I mean, you brought up a good.
Conversation wise.
You brought up something good because in reality, and it's not all black people because some of us want to do the right thing and want to live right and everything like that. So it's not all black people, but once we start getting to the point where
Stereotype.
we got power, stop falling into the stereotypes, stop trying to blame the system. Oh, the system just holding me back. No, do what you need to do so you get in these positions so you can be the change that you want to see. You know, I done been on both sides of the law. I won't say both sides of the law, but I mean, I done been stopped. I had a tail light out one time in Clayton County.
Ooh.
I had 4 cops behind me for a tail light ticket. Me and my best friend coming out of the Stone Mountain Park one day. 12 cops pulled us over. I mean, unmarked cars, marked cars, everything. I was like, you know, what we do. But I understand the frustration, but should black people stick with black people in the community? Yeah. If we got more black people that actually want to do the job. Yeah.
Cause I asked
Sometimes black cops be worse.
That was my whole thing.
You give them a little bit of power, they take it.
He used to that vibe.
Yeah, because they not as scared of black men and black women like white police officers
I'll be
are.
honest with you. Like some of my worst experience with cops has been from a black cop.
He would
Likewise.
not show up.
No, he was no.
I'm telling you.
Agreed.
I totally agree with
A little
that.
bit of power, they're not.
I've got bad treatment from both, but I've never had worse treatment, but from a white. It's definitely
Right.
I
from a
have
white.
one for me over there, white. That white cop.
I don't know what kind of live in. No, that's never.
She like that.
I didn't know how you could say that. You never had a
She like that.
That's a lot. I gotta show you how much you know. I have had
Yeah.
plenty of conversations and interactions with
I
cops.
said interactions.
Yeah, both. I've had interactions with cops.
A ticket is not an
I
interaction.
ain't talking about a ticket. I ain't never had a ticket.
It's part of an interaction.
Damn, really?
Well, I have
Privilege.
I had tickets, but
It's fine.
I never had a speeding ticket, but I have had tickets.
That's why you got no
What kind
corner.
of thing you had?
I had failure to stop, and then I had driving down the wrong way.
Yeah.
I just never heard of no bad experience with you in no car.
Well, just because you ain't heard of them, I mean I ain't had them.
So what?
We have a brother next year.
That's what I'm saying. So when?
I'm about to say, when I was with Suge, when I was with Jaquan, I'm about to say I've been in situations where we had, yeah. I see, yeah, I've had bad experiences, but either way, appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're not already, please subscribe, and we'll catch y'all next week. Deuces.
And we doing Dunkin' Donuts fundraiser for cops.
Oh, no.